And looking on the hashtag, again, all translated from French, transphobies, which is transphobia in French, I mean, there are lots of people who are whining about it, but nobody who is kind of speaking to the underlying ideological reason that these men may well have had a problem with transphobia. Oh my Paris, I love you, but this is disgusting. I cannot understand how in 2019 the transphobia can still exist. The motto, liberty, equality and brotherhood. That makes France a beautiful country and has values been flouted in Paris during the attack. Yes, these are people who do not agree with your values. That's what you have to understand. They don't consider what they're doing to be wrong. They consider it to be normal. A normal way of sort of socially shaming people for going outside of what they consider to be normal male and female behaviour and expression. I personally think that trans people should be allowed to be trans if they want, and I'm not going to do anything about them. I'm not going to go after them. I wouldn't harass them, etc., etc. But there are people who will. Because I'm a liberal and they're not. And it's important that it's important that progressives understand that. This is something that's coming back to bite you really, really hard, as we'll see in the next video I'm going to do, in fact. And this is something you guys just have to pay attention to. You have to be realistic about. You can wish all you want that the people coming in from Algeria in this case are very progressive, very inclusive, very tolerant. But it's not true, is it? Just broadly speaking, it's not true. Some will be, obviously, so a fraction of them will be. But how big is that fraction? I mean, if we look at the Pew results for just worldwide opinions on, say, something like homosexuality, I don't believe there's one done on transsexuality yet, but on homosexuality, the entire Muslim world, 86% of Muslims, think that homosexuality is immoral. So what are we going to do? I mean, do you think they think there's a big distinction between homosexuality and transsexuality? Doesn't appear that way, does it? But anyway, the shame of Paris. This young woman is buried by Arabs and received the guy has breasts, strapped to her breasts and beaten. The security guard gives her the guilt because she wears a short skirt. Looks like she's wearing shorts, to be honest, but okay. When the bullshit goes beyond comprehension, you can keep complaining. You can keep complaining. Though Algerians among them, maybe the trans are not accepted here, but in France it is not Algeria. Yes, but they are wearing Algerian flags. They clearly don't consider themselves to be French, do they? They clearly aren't trying to integrate with their Algerian flags. Where are their French flags? Why aren't they flying that and supporting those values? Why is it that they are like Turks in Germany? They fly Turkish flags all over the place. Why? Why would they do that? Unless they thought they were like football hooligans on holiday or something. Why do they come to countries with the express intention of not integrating? Why are you letting them do that? But again, like, nothing's going to happen. There's not going to be any social pressure on immigrants to conform. They're going to be protected by the laws of the country, saying, oh, you can't criticize them. You can't try and encourage them to conform in the way that they're trying to make other people conform to their standards. Good grief, no. So they're not going to change, are they? They're just going to carry on as they were, and this isn't going to be something that's criticised, and they're going to carry on with the customs of their home countries. And man, that's not good for a lot of different reasons. And it's going to piss off a significant slice of the sort of working class populations that have to live with them. But also, it's not just have to live with them and the effects of what they do. It's also the spirit of the thing that they get annoyed about, because their national identities are important to them. You know, they don't have much material wealth and they don't have much glory, but they do have a reason to be part of the country that they're a part of. They have a reason, a national narrative that puts them in the place where they are for the reasons that they accept, and that sort of binds them into this thing that is the nation state. And if you start introducing people from other nation states who don't recognise that, who don't accept it, and who repudiate it, then it is discomforting for them. And they start getting angry about it. And it starts undermining the sort of sanctity of their own national identity. And it makes you wonder who the fuck is benefiting from this. And why would you do that to people who have nowhere else to go? Like these people from Algeria, if they don't like it in France, they can just move back to Algeria. And they know that. But if the French don't like it in France, where are they going to go? Where have they got citizenship outside of France? It's absolutely awful. But again, like, I feel bad for the transgender lady who was attacked. Obviously, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But I mean, you knew these people didn't accept this kind of thing when you let them in. You knew it. You absolutely knew it. But it's just and I've seen this so many times where they go, well, I love immigrants. I mean, I spoke to some guy in Newport the other day. He was just like, oh, I love immigrants. They're not all the same. Where do you love immigrants from? I mean, I quite like, I'm very happy with like immigrants from like Sikh immigrants and immigrants from Nepal. Very patriotic towards Britain. These people seem to be, just from what I've seen from interacting with them. They're remarkably patriotic towards Britain. However, there are immigrants from areas who are remarkably hostile to Britain. I don't know why they would move to Britain if they kind of hate the place, but I guess they did anyway because the option was there. It's not all the same. I mean, an immigrant from, I don't know, Canada is not the same as an immigrant from Saudi Arabia, or Pakistan or Algeria, apparently. You can't just say, I love immigrants, as if immigrants are just one homogenous block. I mean, that seems really racist to me to say that, but what do I know? But either way, like, we're at the point where you guys are just sat there shocked. I mean, this is what the lady, the 31-year-old, agreed to give testimony after the attack. I had not asked for anything. I wanted to take the subway. There, 3 men blocked me, and one of them said to me, hey, but you're a man. I did not want to answer. I tried to avoid them. They held me back, saying I had to answer their question. One of them touched my chest, surprised I actually have breasts. So they've sexually assaulted her as well. I released him, telling him not to touch me. Then he took out his cock and asked me to do him good. So these guys a little bit confused. Maybe they're connoisseurs of the of traps. Other men threw me beer from the steps and insulted me. A man slapped me. That's when the video starts. In this video, she jostled, insulted, violently beaten the protesters who originally came to protest against the Algerian government, sing a song meant to sexualize and humiliate her. Finally, Ratap, which is obviously the security guards, came to his aid and got him out before things got worse. Yeah, I can only imagine. They had to throw tear gas to disperse the crowd. I can only imagine how bad this would have gotten had there not been security guards there. But apparently even the guards, though, made sexist remarks. They called me sir. Then asked me why I was in Republic Square during this demonstration, given the dangers could be for me. Yeah, because you're not free to just wander around when there are people from certain other ethnicities in the area because they object to the way that you live your life. Is that acceptable in France? Because that's what they're saying. That's what the security guards are saying. Is that acceptable? They said to me, so we should not dress like that, sir, implying that I had not put on these shorts, I would not have been attacked. Probably not true. Probably would have been attacked if they were wearing a pair of trousers, let's be honest. Already I was totally unaware that this was an event. I'm in France. I walk where I want in town. I should not have to worry about being attacked because I'm wearing shorts. Welcome to the brave new world that you find yourself inhabiting, where you can't just be yourself and wander around unmolested. This is the multicultural globalist utopia that your ruling class have asked for. This is what they wanted, and this is what you get. Are you happy with it? She was struck several times, and her face was painful for a few days, apparently, but she will file a complaint for all acts that may be imputed to them: aggressions, assault, sexual harassment, etc. And so she should. Absolutely she should. These men should absolutely be punished for this behaviour and made a national example of. This should be everywhere. I mean, I don't know that it's not, but it should be everywhere in the media of France, saying, look, this is what this group of people is like. This particular group, identifiably, this is unacceptable, and we're going to come down hard on them, as hard as the law allows, and let that be a warning to any other groups of people from similar areas of the world who don't understand how Western liberal laws are meant to work. You are not allowed to just harass people for walking around, going to the subway, just because you don't like the way that they dress or the way that what they do with their bodies. It's not an acceptable thing, and these people from these countries seem not to understand that. They don't seem to care about that. They think that they are justified in doing what they did. They are not. This is something that is going to have to be, I guess, explained to them at length with legal force if necessary, isn't it? Because otherwise this is going to keep happening. And again, imagine how much worse that would have got had the security guards not been there. Just unbelievable. But this is the left. This is what they've asked for this. They've said, right, we want to be able to do anything we want. Also, we want anyone in the world from anywhere in the world with any kind of backwards beliefs to come and live in our country as well, because diversity is our strength. And now, here we go, this is the result of diversity. This is one of the results of it. You get harassed and beaten and sexually assaulted trans people because these people do not agree that men can transition towards women, and they think it's a moral flaw. They think you've done something wrong and you need to be socially punished for it.